Hi, good morning, Hernandez students. It's Mrs. H once again. We are here for this month's edition of IB Advisory. And as you know, we've been partnering with a service organization called Well Aware all year long. And we're going to kick off our service learning opportunity with Well Aware this month. So we'll have opportunities for sixth graders, seventh graders, and eighth graders as we continue on with our partnership with Well Aware. And our main question for today is, what is the ripple effect of water use? And as we work with Well Aware and as we look at water use not only in our own community but around the world, we'll be able to discover how truly precious that commodity is, that we're able to not only have the water that we have here where we live, but the fact that it's clean water is something that many around the world are not able to partake of. So, starting off today, this is Well Aware and their logo. If you've been in the main hallway, you've probably seen the bulletin board because it's been up all year with our partnership. And we're kicking it up a notch for the months of March and April. So, water equals life. Too much water causes many problems, as we've seen both with Hurricane Harvey, if you'll remember that, in Houston a few years ago, as well as other flooding in Texas, whenever you have an overabundance of rain. As well as too little water also causes many problems. Every living thing relies on water. So, when there's a lack of water, or only contaminated water, everything is negatively affected, from a lack of food resource or food sources to a rise in water-related diseases in both humans and animals. And here where we live, Round Rock, Texas area, we again, luckily, we have usually more than enough water in order to drink and to bathe and to do those things that are necessary with water. But we also have had the lack of, and if you remember, even just a year ago with our Snowmageddon last February, many places didn't have water for days. I know our two oldest boys, they live with their mom half time. I know that they were even taking snow inside and boiling it for their drinking water, and that was here in America just a year ago. And so think about your experiences with water. It's a great thing to just be able to wake up, to use the bathroom, to be able to take a shower, to be able to just go and turn on a faucet and have clean water. So on March 22nd, that's coming up in just a few weeks, it's known as World Water Day. And every year it's an annual United Nations observance. We've talked about the United Nations this year. This started in 1993, so a few years ago, and it celebrates water and raises awareness of the 2 billion people currently living without access to safe water. A core focus of World Water Day is to inspire action toward Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which is water and sanitation for all by 2030. And as you know, we've talked about the Sustainable Development Goals this year. And number 6 is the one that we are also focusing on as IB students. We all need water to live. We all deserve access to clean water on this planet that we all share. This is where each of you are going to come in. You can help make a difference with our service project this year. So, Hernandez students will be participating in helping some of our friends gain access to clean water in their village in Africa. More information will come about the first part of April, so next month. I'll be giving more information on our Shower Strike fundraiser to help raise awareness for those without water and to help fundraise for a project that Will Aware is currently participating in. This is a short video made by Well Aware, and it's Clean Water for Life.
cholera, and even typhoid kwa sababu ya maji. What the well aware has done for it. In fact, it has helped so many people in the community. They are enjoying it and they are very much grateful to you.
Okay, and so we are going to be continuing to help out Well Aware. So here is our pop quiz question. How many people in the world lack access to clean water? Is it A, 1 in 20, B, 1 in 10, or C, 1 in 4? So go ahead and make your choice. Is it A, is it B, or is it C? Do you have your answer? Let's see how many of you guessed correctly. All right. The answer is B. 1 in 10 people lack access to clean water. That's a lot of people around the world. As you can see, 844 million people that are lacking access to clean water, the clean water that, like I said, you and I rely on every day. And as we've talked about, water is life. And so for many of these people, their lives are hanging on the balance of not being able to gather enough clean water. And in the video we just watched, I don't know if you remember that scene at the very beginning that it had the mother down trying to gather the water with just a little bit of water there and the little kid that was up on the side. And I don't know if you noticed, but that water was not clean, definitely muddy. And also keep in mind that the water they have typically from those watering holes, that's where the animals come. So they share that space with a lot of different people and animals and animal waste and all of that. So clean water changes everything. And so in communities where they have not had access to water, you can just imagine how excited everyone is for that. Pop quiz question number 2. What is the average distance women and children walk for water each day in sub-Saharan Africa? Okay, and so do they walk A, 3.7 miles, B, 1.5 miles, or C, 1.2 miles? So, what is the average distance that women and children have to walk? And keep in mind, because they have to walk such distances, many children are not able to attend school on a regular basis because they're just trying to keep their families alive. So, if you made your choice, do you choose A, do you choose B, or do you choose C? Let's see if you got the answer correct. The answer is A. Okay, average distance of women and children that they walk is up to 3.7 miles. That's a long way to go. And keep in mind, this is every single day. And think of how heavy water can get, and imagine how much water you and your family would need on a daily basis. And that's just for drinking. That's not for bathing. That's not for other things. A 15-minute reduction in water collection time increases the proportion of girls who can attend school by 8 to 12%. And so we have, like I said, we have many children, and it typically falls to the girls to be able to be the water gatherers. And so providing these communities with a stable source of water, it allows girls to be able to attend school. You can't have your health without clean water. Another statistic is 50% of all hospital beds in the world are occupied by people with preventable water related diseases. Up to 2 million people die every year from water related diseases and from poor sanitation. Um, and if you see the water that she's carrying right here, notice it's not clean, definitely dirty. There are probably other things lurking in that water as well. Walking for water, the only way to supply the water daily for her family. And so this is actually a fancy a way to gather the water. Most people have this type of thing that they're able to take and then refill multiple times. Where this one actually has the lid to it, and the water is a little more evenly dispersed to be able to carry it. And we are going to have a chance to walk for water as well in March during your PE class in observance of World Water Day on March 22nd. And so it's going to happen sometime that week. We hope to have Well Aware representatives here. We're going to have a little lesson from Well Aware. We're going to be able to walk for water. We're going to be able to have the capability to maybe see what some of those heavier amounts of water would be to carry. And all this will take place during your PE class. So, again, thank you for participating in advance. And we will talk more about this tomorrow. And then the next time we meet, remember, we will talk a little bit more about the shower strike that's going to come in April. So have a great day, Bulldogs. There is a focus question in Schoology. If you and your Flex class have time, go in, you can discuss it, and you can put your answers there. So have a great one, Bulldogs. We'll see you tomorrow.